Epoxy paint has become increasingly popular for painting floors as it provides a durable and long lasting finish. What is an epoxy paint? Well, it's a two-part coating made up of an epoxy resin and a hardener. Now, when these two components are mixed together, they chemically react to form a strong, durable finish that is resistant to chemicals, abrasions, and stains. So, as you can see, the 5 liter can is actually only got 4 liters of the resin, and the silver can next to it is 1 liter of the hardener, and these two are mixed together before applying it to a floor. And there's only one roller you should be applying epoxy paint with, and that's with Hamilton's solvent resistant epoxy pile roller. It's for water and solvent based epoxy applications, as well as applying resins, fiberglass, and specialized floor coatings. To paint an existing floor, you need to be prepared. So, a scraper to scrape off any loose paint, some sandpaper to abrade the existing floor, and a decent roll of masking tape to mask up all the areas where you don't want paint to get onto. Preparation well underway. I'm getting off all the paint that's not sound and keen to the floor, 100% getting off all that looseness as much as I can using a Hamilton stainless steel scraper. And then a good coarse sand, all the edges where it has come off, and the entire floor a good sand with at least 40 or 60 grit to scratch the floor. Then we need to clean the floor. And because it's a painted floor, I'm washing it with sugar soap. If it was a brand new concrete floor, I'd make sure it's dry, and I'd make sure I give it a concrete edge wash just to abrade the surface slightly before painting. After a good sweep and a mop with sugar soap and warm water, the floor is nice and clean and should be now ready for painting. So please, before you paint, read that data sheet. Make sure you understand the product, the drying time, overcoating time, how long before it reaches its full cure. And when you mix the hardener into the base, make sure it's well stirred. I've got a machine here, but if you haven't got access to such a thing, get a stirrer agitator, but make sure it is well stirred. Okay, so first I do the cutting in, meaning I'm painting with a nice wide utility 125mm pure bristle blend brush. Now this brush is ideal for that width of 125mm to do the cutting in, so painting along the areas where the roller is not going to get in. So I do that first right around the floor. Now this brush is versatile and it's ideal for cutting in, and the utility, you can use it for all types of paints and varnishes. And now with that supreme epoxy pile roller, I'm applying my epoxy to the floor. The key here is, guys, with application of epoxy paints, use only the epoxy pile roller from Hamilton's to get that perfect finish, but put on a nice thin coat. Spread it out nicely, not too thin, but just an average spread coat. Don't try and put it on too thickly. You're going to trap solvents and we're going to have problems at a later stage. We leave this first coat to dry overnight, and then we apply the second coat in the same manner. So look at that. That was the floor before we even started. We made sure we had all the right equipment, the brushes, the rollers, the scrapers, the sandpaper. And once we had followed instructions and applied correctly, we got the perfect finish.